Alrighty, Doc here from North America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Just another fun-filled day. They took them down hard last night. I'm sorry, let's try that again. They took them down hard all day. That's better. They took them down hard all day, and then the earnings came out on Microsoft and knocked it down again a little bit there. And then the Federal Reserve steps up and starts buying in the evening again, which is really nice to have those deep pockets where you can just prop up markets with not having to think about it. Really cool there. That is the nature of our marketplace since basically 2009 now, is that the Federal Reserve, is that the right thing I'm doing? I'm trying to save it. That's what it is. You go there, and go save. There we go. Let's see now if I can upload this better than what it is before. Let's see, where is it at? We go like this, and we're looking at the dollar index. Let's put you on the other screen for the dollar index for the moment. Let's do that. And you can see there the dollar index is, let's turn on the chat line too. Hello world. Good morning again, and good afternoon, and good evening. Let's see, chat line, Dukascopy. There we go. There we go. And so, you can see there they're selling down the dollar today, which makes sense to me. I always shake my head at it all the time. I'm like, wait a second, we're our interest rates are going down. Why are they doing that? Why are they taking that stuff up? What's the malfunction there? Let's see, where's dollar index? I must have saved it somewhere. Where did I save it? It must be on another. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Okay. So let's double check that one more time. Minimize this. And okay, so that's there. Let's see. Choose that. It's on the desktop, and you can see right here we're really pushing it down nicely today. Where's that mouse at? Right there. You see that, how they're knocking it down, and that is cool. That is cool. So let's double check I got the right thing open. Yes, I do. Okay. Open. And then upload. Right there. That's yesterday. That's not today. Let's get rid of that. Delete. Today's the 31st. And I'm trying to find where I put the others. Okay, so let's go to, again, cancel. So I'm just trying to show it to you on the beta, but I'm failing at it miserably. Okay, here we go. I can see the chat line now. And there it is. Hey, Janos, we got stuff to look at. I agree. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. There we are. Yeah, you can see there. It's kind of interesting the way the whole market system is working at this point. Markets trade during the day, Fed comes in the night and adjusts it the way they want. I think that's pretty cool. It's again propping up the marketplace so they're not liable for a calamity. The insurance corporation only has so much money, and then they would have to take it from the government. And you hear it. Remember when the California bank, the one that did lots of, Silicon Valley, and they were buying. I guess what they were doing was they were buying long-term bonds and selling short, and then lending at short-term rates. But the problem is the short-term rate. You got the 30-year bond and the 10-year bond yielding about 4.25, 4.5 area, and you've got the 90-day yielding 5.38. So they were buying at 5.38 and lending at like 4.5 or 5 or something like that. So in other words, guaranteed a loss. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So, what my point is that then people started screaming about, let the insurance fund take care of it. No government bailouts. That was going on. It's very quick. Believe me, They get very quick about saying that. That's why they're called bond vigilantes. They're tired of having all this money pouring into the system, and illiquidifying. That's what REITs do, real estate investment trusts. They're always kind of like not borrowing that way, but they're liquefying it all the time. So the bondholders are like, we better pay back equity because we're not getting our return on our money type of thing. So that's usually a battle that goes on constantly. But so they have to. There we go. Now it's opening up. Upload. There we go. And so that is part of the whole issue right there alone. That is the whole issue, is that there's people out there, there's sane investors. There are sane, in other words, intelligent investors trying to remind the government, stop printing money. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And so, last night we can go show it to you real quick too. We got to open that page too. The intraday stock market. The moment they closed the market last night, it goes roaring up. It's because the markets are enormously thin. We've lost anywhere 50, 60, 70% of our volume. If it wasn't for the illegal high-speed trading that goes on, and black pools and all that other stuff that the Securities Exchange Commission allows to go on with no problem. And every so often they'll try to find somebody, but overall, they're breaking the rules of the whole system, and they're laws. They're not just rules; they're laws. And they do it, and then everybody walks around pretending that it's okay, no problem, don't worry, be happy. We're flooding the world with cap. And then here you go, right here. You can see there. Let's just show you the stock market, and then we're going to go back to the beta and show you the. Let me just show you what they did last night on a very short-term basis. Enormously short-term. So the market gets sold down. This is the close of the New York. They slam it, down, and then no more than 2 minutes after the close, all of a sudden they seem to be finding a bottom, right? After because the market really closes at 4:02 Eastern Standard Time or 3:02 Chicago time. And so then all of a sudden buyers come in because it's thin. And then they play with that, they see there. They play with that 5,491 area for a while right there. And then what do they do? Let's keep on scrolling. Then it bounces off it up and down, and then they just keep on taking it up. And that was algorithms probably right there. Let me just outline this whole spot right there, like that. That's the algorithms. The computers see it in aftermarket action and are ready to start selling on it to make it go test like this low or something like that. But no. When you have more money than GOD, you can just keep on buying. And that's what they've been doing since 2009. They just do that. And when I used to say that in 2009 and 10, people told me that I needed to take the tinfoil off my head. There's no way in the world the Federal Reserve is in there doing it. No way, no. Now, there's no other player out there. It's the Federal Reserve or nothing. That's it. They've removed most of the market makers. You should see what goes on with the fight about market makers nowadays. How they threaten the market makers, the Securities Exchange Commission. Because if you don't make markets, you'll lose your broker-dealer. That's right. So I can show you evidence all day long. It's just that, and I'm done now. I'm done. I've calmed down. I'm calm. Okay, NVDA. Let's see what that's doing. Let's check out the NVDA. Let's go over to the beta. Beta. And see what the beta says about it this morning. And then we can take a look at what they're doing to it in the pre-market. So, and there's the dollar index. You can see that drop now. We got it downloaded. You can see it's still in that weekly sell. All right, now let's go to the beta on NVDA. And, I was talking about it all day long. I talked about it yesterday. How can you trust, Okay, so they slammed it down like that. And let's see what it's doing today. How can you trust these AIs? They're not AIs. They're advanced search engines. They're very good search engines. Accurate? It depends on who writes them. We say in computer science, garbage in, garbage out. So in other words, if you put in correct information, then obviously you're going to get correct information out. If you put in fake information, you're going to get fake information out. That's pretty much the name of the game. All right, now let's go show you the same thing right there. Open Sesame as they lift the stock market now to even more highs. Just buy, buy, buy. Buy, 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 buy. When you're the Federal Reserve, you can buy, buy, buy. Anything, everything, whenever you want. Let's see, the move is AMD earnings by some. Okay. Now, I thought poor Microsoft had its issues. No doubt about that. Poor Microsoft had issues. Okay, here's NVDA on the other platform. Let's see what they're doing with it this morning. I would assume up. And then AMD's right underneath it. Oh, yeah. Easy. Free money, baby. Free money. That's right. When you got free money, you can do anything you want. All right, let's take a look at AMD. But there you go, Giannis. And it's not moving the weekly, It's not. It's still down. Not even challenging the manifolds even. Histogram's even below it. But, look at that. Zoom to the moon, Alice. Let's check out AMD. There is AMD. Woo doggy! Look at that thing run. So that's an earnings thing, eh? Woo doggy! It's still. It wasn't. It wasn't in a buy yet. See it right there. It was lifting, but not really. So it's. I guess the earnings were really super duper good. Let's see. The move attributed to the AMD earning by some on Microsoft. The decline is attributed to simple factor. Microsoft stock has surged in value by 20% on the year and on year basis, but revenues have grown only 15%. Profit has increased by 10%. Does NVDA show signs of moving into a daily buy? Not at the moment. No. Here, I'll just show it to you again. No, it's just showing that whereas AMD is, but no, look at that. It's down. It's the weekly is down. Matter of fact, it's just looking, look, this is to a great extent. I thought yesterday's pressure was. This is my opinion. Okay, I'm not reading it anywhere, but this is my opinion. When both Google and Meta AIs gave very inaccurate information on the assassination of Mr. Trump, I think some confidence was lost in the investing of the AI, and I think that they said, you know what? I think I'll back my bids down even lower until this is all figured out, and because AI is not AI, it's just a super good advanced search engine that talks and has more variables. But is it really artificial intelligence? If it is, it's proving that it can be stupid. I mean, maybe, is it artificial humans being stupid? I doubt it. In other words, it's just humans being stupid. Bad data goes in, bad data comes out. In other words, it's humans that are programming it. That's the other thing. AI is not programming AI. It's people who are programming AI. So, they put the variables in there. They put the inputs in there. They tell it what it can digest as data and what you can't digest as data. They have what we call, like on an engine, a governor, that controls it, so it doesn't max out and blow the engine. And so, in this case here, it will not give accurate data, or it won't be the same spin as the philosophy of the corporation and the people running it. That's all it is. It's nothing more complicated than that. So, and that's what I see, and that's why they all dropped. Now AMD, I can't tell you how many decades now AMD is considered a really good chip company, but it doesn't always go up in value compared to the other chip companies. And so, maybe this is its time. In other words, maybe it's starting to. Let's take a look at AMD on a broader view too. There you are. So you see it's the high was, is that like all-time highs right there? No, it's not all-time highs. The all-time highs are back here. So right there on that spike day back in March, it went on up to 227. So it's lost. It got down to the low is 134 from 247, 27. So it lost almost $100 since its all-time high. And you can see it's coming off of some, what's it, 9-month lows. You can see here, as we move it over a little bit more for you to see, it was parked down in this area, down in here. And, they ran to all-time highs, and then it's just been lower highs. And finally, we're starting to see, we made lower lows, and now they're trying to perk it up. And there's no doubt. I mean, look at the Boeing news today too. Earnings are the mother's milk of of stocks. So we're seeing a little bit better earnings, but overall, in the end result is that AMD, which is trying to get into a daily buy after, let's widen this out so that you can see it even clearer from the message, went into that buy back in here. You can see it was in a weekly buy here, went into the daily buy there, and stayed in that buy all the way up to here, and then went into the sell. Let's put that sell in there. Right there. And it's been in that sell from the 180-ish area down to the 130-ish area. And now we're trying to get back into the buy again, but this time we are in a weekly sell. So, can't take it too serious. It's just, more of dead cat bounce, dead cat bounce. That's what that is. It's a nice bounce. It's good earnings. They have algorithms out there programmed by people to, if the earnings go up, buy it, and maybe even sell calls against it. Who knows? Sell 3 or 6 month calls out against it. And wonder what a 6-month call looks like at 150. If you sold the 150 or 160, 55 call, wonder how much premium is it? Does it get you $20 or $15 6 months out? Let me go look. That would be interesting to see. Let's see, where am I going to do that? I'm going to go right here and take a look at it. I'll just tell you what it is, because I'm going to punch it in individually. And and that'll be more fun. Fun. Do. Let's see. July 29th. Okay, those options expired. There we go. Let's delete them now. All gone. And they're all gone. And they're all gone. Now let's put, was that AMD, and let's see what the option says. All right, options, and let's take a look at, let's see, August, more. Let's go to January, 6 months out. Let's see what the January option looks like. So the January 50 call is at $15. That would be $65. It's only $15 off of its all-time high. If you sell the 55 call, that's at $13 plus. So that's at $68. right? 68? Yeah, 68 versus 65. So, and then if you sold the 60s, it's 71. And if you sell if you sell the 65 calls, that's 75. So in other words, you could easily buy the stock with an algorithm and then, put the theoretical value offer out there in the option in the over-the-counter market. A lot of stuff does trade at this time of day. And so, in other words, the end result is that it could be very robotic with no problem whatsoever. Again, people programming, systems, so that's the action you get. On Microsoft, yeah, does NVIDIA, strange, sometimes I get lucky. I got rid of the shorts yesterday near the low and opened the longs. Wow, that's really good because, the math didn't turn yet. So, indeed. I'm a real big fan. I know you ask, but I'm a real big fan of not trading, like trying to speculate, unless you're paying 20 cents for a call or 20 cents for a put. In other words, if you can buy them dirt cheap that are not overvalued. In other words, let's take a look at what they were thinking. I'll put this up on the screen. Let's see what the market makers were suggesting yesterday for, where's it at? There it is right there. Let's see what the market makers were quoting the stock's up, how much is it up? Where did it settle yesterday? The thing settled at, right there. Is that it? There's the 31st. So, all right, so it settled at 138. Let's see what what they have there when it comes to the options. There's a 137.5 or 140. Let's see. Week 1 in August. All right, we can go with that. So let's put AMD in there. Where is that? Right there. Okay. It's around here somewhere. Cancel. Where did I put the stock in? I forget. Where's that? Maybe that's it. Let's see. It's going back to a memory. So let me just shrink this down. I know it's up here somewhere. Let's see. Cancel. There it is right there. AMD. Alright, and so then we'll take a look at they had the 130s. So there is the 130, that's the put? Okay, they quoted that at $6. And the 130 call, where's the calls at? They were just there, I just saw them. Come on. The 138 call was quoted at 640, so 1220. So 1220, and it settled where? 1220, and the product settled at 38. So that's 60, and so it's underneath. Is it underneath? Wait a minute. 38, 12 is 50. I'm sorry. So it's $12. It's right there. It's trading basically what the market makers yesterday said it was going to do. So it's no surprise there. And so the market makers yesterday, because that's yesterday's quotes, not today's quotes. So 38, it was so basically 12 and change. And what's today's high? Today's high is 49.33. So it hasn't taken out the $50 area. It's missing it by about 40 cents, 50 cents. Let's see. There were too many contracts. I had advice from someone else. I got rid of the shorts. Good. There were too many contradictions. A buck per one is my aim. 50% contract is much in cost in Europe. By the way, I noted that your signal. Oh, the algo was spot on BA, and GS. Cool. I am thinking to start a register of sorts, a journal with what I see as taken trades based on your sheets. Oh, that's cool. That's what the spreadsheet's all about. That's why I do the spreadsheet every day. That's exactly it. It makes it easier for you. You can use a spreadsheet to do it. So, and sometimes I'm a little sloppy and miss it, but overall, yeah. So that's good, Giannis. That's very good. Yeah, it's at least right there. What you just quoted is 66% accurate. Right there alone. Usually it's about 85, 86% accurate. So that's not that bad. And when you're using the options, then it really makes it incredibly, because you have a limited loss. You're not just buying it naked. You're not buying AMD, or you're not buying Goldman Sachs, or you're not buying BA. You're using the options in it. So you turn around and do fine. So in this case here, I guess we could look and see what the 50 call is doing. Let's see. Yesterday they quoted the 50 call on the screen here at $2. Right? I guess that's what it is. At $2 with almost just a tenth of a delta. And let's see where they're quoting it right now. I think I can get a live quote on it right now. Let's see. Let me see. I like talking options. I miss talking options. Options. Where's the 150s? Yeah, they were 215, 220. I'm not getting a quote yet. Let's see if I can get a quote on it. No, they're not giving any quotes yet. So, not bad. I think I'm going to park this down below. Can I do that? If I go like that and that, if I minimize it, let's see. No, that's good. I can park it below. And if we're on right at the opening, we'll be able to see what the price tag is for those calls. More than likely, they would be $4 or $5 at least. So that would be a doubling. Let's see. I am thinking. It has become a routine of mine to check the sheet during mid-European hours. I am redoing my daily routine with stuff that I had wanted to do for a long time. SPY looks strange today. What did you have on it? SPY's in a sell. It's having its issues, but then they've come in and they started perking it up. Last night, so it did close in a sell. It's like what is it? Can I get that up on the screen? On the spreadsheet, what is it? Let me just see if I can put this on the screen. Where is it? Where is it at? You know what? I probably can. It's probably in the trash. Let's see. Where is SPY? And let's put the spreadsheet up on the screen here. Remember, we used to do that years ago. I used to do that years ago. Let's see. Where is it? I deleted it yesterday. No, that's not there. It's not there. That's what it is. I know where it's at. Let's see. Right there. Right there. And there. And then in the trash can there. That's what it is. So let's see if we can find it in here. There it is. Download. I got to download something here. X? What is that? I just want to view it. I don't want to marry it. Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens when I do that. I need to do it on another screen because I'm not downloading that garbage. Alright, let's see, where's it at? It's right over here. Can I put it up over there? I can open it and tell you where it's at. Let's try that. I mean, I think it's like 10 days in a cell. Isn't that what it says? Let's put it up on the screen, too, at the same time. Let's remove the options. Let's put it up on the screen. There is SPY. Yeah, SPY. It's been in a cell for 2, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. It's still in a cell, even with it trying to lift up. It's 2 full weeks in a cell. And let's go over to the spreadsheet itself. 31st. No, not that one. That one. All right, here we go. Yeah, so SPY is, it's opening up now as we speak. But you can see it on the screen there. It's been in a cell for a bunch of days. And the answer is minimize. As it spins away, there it is. All right, so SPY's 9 days in a cell. This is the 10th day. Even with it up like that right now, you know, we'll see. It's in a weekly cell. I'm not totally convinced anything's going on until I get into a buy. So, I mean, you know, it's got a nice back and fill. Yeah, this is bait and switch time. You know, Federal Reserve needs to make the market stay up so that, look, the last thing they want, you know, the ruling class in this country right now wants, you know, the Biden administration / the Harrison administration, whatever. Last thing they want is people going, you know, opening up their mail at the end of the month and looking at their portfolio down. They don't want that. They don't not even close to want that. Okay, so they're going to lift these markets up, and but once Trump's in there, they don't care. You know, when Trump gets elected, they won't care. They'll make this market look like shit. that's what they'll do. But with Mr. Biden, it's like Google and Facebook, you know, telling the world Donald Trump wasn't. They didn't attempt to assassinate the guy. And you know, no, you're losing it. You know, it's just fake news. It's all garbage. All right, so that's where we're at the moment. If anything, you can see on the intraday. Is that it right there? Now, where's the intraday again? There's the intraday, and you can see it's come up into that 542. Could you believe it's up 100 points? I believe from yesterday's close. Really, isn't that amazing? Isn't it great when you have that much money in your pocket and you don't have to answer to anybody? You can do what you want, when you want. You can buy whatever you want. So yesterday's settlement, somewhere's around 5 o'clock. I guess what it is this is 5 o'clock, New York close. It's still going it. And then, you know, they slam it right there. It's still 5:01. Markets are closed. It's 5:02. Somewhere's around in here. That's down at the 5,442 area. Now we're 100 points higher now. We're at 5,542. Let's take a look at the VIX. Let's see, they're the best. Let's see, the worst appear to be changes for entries. What did you have on it? It's in a sell. It's trying to climb into a buy, but it's not even there yet. Not even close. That's the intraday. So it's up 100 points. So it's gone from 5,442 down to up to 5,542. All right, let's look at the VIX. There is. Where's the VIX? I think I have it on this one now, so I don't have to worry about it. There it is, right there. There's the VIX. Wasn't a sell yesterday and 2 days ago, and it's trying to climb into the buy today a little bit right there. We're still in weekly buys in this thing. I'd imagine, look, we're going through, I mentioned it yesterday, we're going through a time period every year. This time period is usually dead. It's not dead. It's the opposite. It's very volatile at the moment. So, the fact that it's not over the 20 area is kind of interesting. They're firm. We saw those 8,500 calls you were talking about yesterday that they bought. We don't know what they're buying those calls for because we don't know what kind of, when you have $500,000 to buy 8,500 calls, then obviously if you're willing to throw $500,000 at it, it means that you're definitely short premium somewhere else. So in other words, the market's paying for it in the end. So they were just hedging themselves, obviously. People don't do that. I used to work in this office in Connecticut at a hedge fund, and they did Tudor Jones execution, and the news media would say, "Oh my God, look at this! Tudor Jones just bought 5,000 futures contracts on crude oil." At the same time, we saw the whole trade. All they reported is one side of it, and then it was something like he was buying 7,000 puts. So he buys 7,000 puts, buys 5,000 futures contracts, and he's selling out as it bounces up because of the pressure he put on it. He's liquidating some of it at the same time. Taking in the intraday money and then having a straddle on. If you buy puts and you buy the underlying product, you've got a straddle on. So the media loves to report something, but not everything. Let's see. So let's see. Instead of current decline, see VIX. Can you take? So there's the VIX. That one troubles me. Sort of expected it to move higher more than steadily, and it's a lagging indicator. And who the Fed could be selling it instead of the current decline and daily. Remember, it's not exercisable, until it expires. So the Fed could be out there selling the hell out of it right now, the way they do gold. It is still in a weekly buy. Yep. And the VIX and SPY daily contradict one another. Yep. Well, no. The SPY is in a weekly sell. SPY in weekly sell. VIX in weekly buy. So they're not contradicting each other on a weekly signal. I think that we could improve the stream, remove that Dukascopy page, and put up your sheet as you used to. I can do that. I can do that very easily. We can do that. I can do that. You don't mind losing the Dukascopy screen? I get it. Someone else gets it via your email, send it out, but it confuses others. Okay, sure. Yeah. We can see if I can send it over to it now. I don't know if I can. Let's see. I will do that for tomorrow. Tomorrow it will have. Maybe I'll put another spot so we can bounce back and I guess we can scroll it up and down, that type of thing. Yeah, we can do that. We'll do that. And then. Let me think, what else is there? Yeah, that sounds good. I have no problem doing that. Where else are we at this point? All right, so remember, traders, VIX is a lagging indicator. It's not a leading indicator. And you've got and it's a European exercise. So that means that the European exercise means it can't be exercised unless it expires. So that opens the doorway, just like they do force de jure in futures. So in other words, they have someone, the Federal Reserve or has one of their institutions come in and sell the hell out of it, and you can't force delivery. So then what happens is that you're keeping things calm. Remember, funds, mutual funds, retirement funds, hedge funds, they have a incorporated manifesto. They must follow those rules or they get sued. I have a son in that business. He's part of the portfolio team at a major law firm. And what they do is they actually go sue funds and institutions and brokerage houses, if they make a mistake by not following their own rules. It's a lot easier to sue people than to make money trading it, Let's see, but we showed let's see, there is no use for. Let's see, I get it. Someone else via. There is no use for it. Most of our views used to be from the platform. We showed off how to make your indicator for J4X, right? Exactly. But there is no use. You are gold in the signals, and you provide not function. You provide not functionality of J4X. Okay, no problem. I have no problem. Did they ever create the Doc Manhattan indicator for it, so you could just push a button on J4X, and then you would get intraday and so forth. You'd get it all. Okay, sounds right. Fine with me. No, that's too bad because I was always hoping they would. That was a great indicator. And that's a commercial indicator using two different stochastics, the slow and a fast, and commingling them overlaying each other. And then what did we use? We used the candlesticks, was it? I think it was the candlesticks inside that. Huh. Okay. Yeah, they're probably using it internally themselves. You know what? I've seen that happen. A matter of fact, I've seen some Federal Reserve moves that are very predictable with my math, and I think someone is doing that in there too. So, it's they may be taking the spreadsheet every day also. Yeah, I hear you. All right. Well, what we'll do is we'll put starting tomorrow instead of the Dukascopy one on there. We'll put Dukascopy down there with the Chicago Quant. We'll put a little one down there so it won't eat up so much space. And then at the same time, we'll have the spreadsheet on there at the same time. How's that? That sounds good. So, all right. What should we go to next, traders? I think, Yana, should we start to look at all the currencies? Since this kind of aims normally at currency trading, but that's why we start off with the dollar index. I have no problem doing that. We can, we got about 10 minutes still left. So we can go take a look at what the indicators are all telling us. Yeah, let's see what the yen is. Did you see that? I saved some data. Let me see if I can find it here. Let me put it here. There's the yen right there. Yen is moving down because they're buying yen because I found the story to it. Is that it right there? I think that's it right there. Let's see if we can put it up on the screen here. Japan lowered their rates. Here it is. Oh no, that's a China one. That's the China story. They raised their Japan last night changed their rate from 0.1% to 0.25%. So they are also buying less bonds. So they've stopped buying a lot of bonds. And then the other story I found is Bloomberg Commodity Spot Index goes negative on year amid China's faltering economic recovery. That is the other thing I saw. So, what's that? Let's see what that is. Yeah, they raised it from 0.1% to 0.25%. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I know that they're trying to help Japan. Japan is basically a semi-capitalist country. So they used to be, the soul. They used to gain. They got a lot of exports in the United States. Now that we share it with China and them are bouncing back and forth. Let me just put this over here. There it is, right there. There's the China situation on Bloomberg, and then the other was the Japanese moved their interest rate and stopped buying some bonds too. They did both, which was very good. They need to back off from buying the bonds because they own something like 60% of the stock market. It's like wow. So it's pretty dynamic. When you mention that, like what's that in what do they call it now that we call the DAX what is it They have a there's the Numura 250, or was it not Numura? The other name for it, the Nikkei 250 or 500, and then they have a sub one that has like the top 30 stocks. And the Bank of Japan owns something like 65-70% of all those companies. I mean, like majority position. They own more than the public owns. Can you imagine if like the Federal Reserve? Well, the Federal Reserve probably does that for. I bet the Federal Reserve owns more than 70% of Lloyd's of London, Citibank. Who knows what else they own? Bond. They probably own tons of bonds of Bear Stearns, Merrill Lynch. They bought all those things up, to prop them up so that they could be merged. So they probably own tons of them. It's probably where they got the idea. I always thought they got the idea from the Japanese, personally. NASDAQ is up 424 points. Let's see if it's going into a buy. Let's see what it's trying to do. I'm sure the futures contract is definitely lifting. Let's take a look at that. Oh, okay, yeah. So let's just show you the euro real quick right there. There's the euro. Euro is still in a daily sell. It's got a green and a red, and it's trying to lift up. And it's in a weekly buy. So, it's trapped. Cable, it's been in a conundrum of itself. It's just going nowhere. And it's a weekly buy for 5 weeks. And the Swiss, I'd imagine, is down. Yep. It's gaining. It's back into the sell again. And it's been in a weekly sell now for 3, 6, 9, 10 weeks in a weekly sell since this topping area up in here. Since up in the 91 area, 91 and a half area. So... And then from there, let's see. What did I want to look at? I wanted to look at something you said. Bank of Japan, yen. Or what? I think I wanted to... I wanted to take a look at the NASDAQ. Let me just do this. I'm going to run over to the NASDAQ real quick. I want to see what it looks like. It's been in a weekly sell, daily sell for like... it's weekly sell, I think, 3 weeks. And a daily sell for like 16 days on the sheet. So it's still in a sell now. It's 3 weeks in a sell, and it's been in a daily sell for 3, 6, 9, 12 days now. Wait, what? About what? 3 weeks in a sell? Yeah. Qs? Yeah. Right there. See it? It's on the sheet down at the bottom. Yeah. 12 DS. Weekly sell, yep. 3 weeks weekly sell. Exactly. The weekly sell was in the 480 area. See that on... This is QQQ. And then we can go show you the futures contract. Same thing. It's been in the sell since the 20,000 area. And it went down to, what, 18.7, something like that. 18,700, dropped 1,200 points. And today it's trying to get into the buy. We got a green and a red going on at the moment. We'll see how well they do. Remember, the QQQs are more of just a New York Stock Exchange hours compared to the other. So. Yep. So at this point, that is where we're at. Oh my God, it hit like a dugout or something. They're showing where that bomb hit that Hezbollah fired into northern Israel and killed all those kids on the soccer field. And their bikes are there and all kinds of things. And it was all blown up. The bomb hit the... what did it hit? It hit like a stanza where they were sitting inside something? Wow, bummer. So, all right, let's see. Looking at earnings, the net income of a company has increased by 11%. Total revenues are up 7%, but operating expenses have also increased as an operating expense cost increase of 6% has been reported. During that quarter that the firm experienced minor but still positive growth, stock had dropped by 12.5% or 1994. Oh, that's the AMD. Okay. Yeah, okay. The firm has been beaten down on the market, and released the data indicates that the market had oversold the AMD. Yeah, let's see where it's at trading now. It was at 49.33. I'm sure they'll be opening it up much firmer. That won't surprise me any. Let's see, where's it at? It's right there. Yeah, it's trading at 50.20 now. 50.20. Let's see if I'm getting a quote. Oh, you're not seeing this. Let me put it up over there. There you go. Let me see what the options look like now. See if they're doing anything with the options. Well, there's more than likely they're going to be trading those options. The 150 calls they're going to have been quadrupled. They're probably trading in the 5.5, 6 area when they open them up. Let's see, where is that at? Right there. Where's the options? I thought I saved them. I guess I didn't. Oh yeah, there they are. Okay. Yeah, so they went out at 217, and the stock's trading at 150, basically 150.20, and the 150 call went out at 217 last night. So this is where they said it was going to end up. It did end up there. And I guess if you'd have bought the other side, the put side, for like $1.50, 3.5 to make 5, so make $1.50, make 33%, something like that. That's what you can do when you want to try to, if we go into a buy, you can do a bull spread. If we don't go into a buy and we're in a sell on a weekly sell, you can always do I'm not a big fan of trying to speculate on it, but it said that it was going to go to 150, so you could buy a 150 call, or you could buy a 38, so it'd be a 126 put. So I wonder what the 126 put looked like. Let me just go back to that on the screen. Where do I get to it? Right there. So what was the 126 put? 125 put was quoted at, you can see this on the screen right now. The 125 put was quoted at $1.40. Yeah, I knew it was going to be around $1.50. I just guessed from my days of experience. So it's a 3.5. That's what I said, a $3.50 straddle, betting that it goes to the 150, and so it just needs to beat 3.5. So with 2 days left, it'll probably open at like $3.30, $3.50, if not $4 or $4.50. Well, it'll open probably at like 4 and change, like 4.5. But then they'll go and sell it, because it's expiring on Friday. So let's see. Someone bought MVDA 88 puts expiring 1608. Total cost $2 million. That's the MVDA puts. 88 puts. Okay, wow. Well, if they buy the puts, they must be selling. They must have sold premium down there to begin with. So they're just trying to hedge themselves. What did they pay for the puts? Do you know? Too much risk due to the announcement today and other earnings. Yeah. We got about a minute and a half, so we'll see what that call trades at. Just to see how it opens up, and then we'll go. And then I'm gonna sign off. So I guess I got to figure out. Oh, so I used my phone today to put a title in, don't I? So what should we put the title to be? Oh, while we're here, let me do this. While we're waiting, let me show them the rest of the products. So there is yen. We saw the yen. It's a second day in a sell, and it's in a weekly sell. So it caught the news there pretty well. Turkish lira. What else can you say about the thing? It's gone bananas. Let's see. There it is right there. And then it's going into the buy, and it's in a weekly buy forever and ever. And then South African Rand, it's moving down, so gold must be lifting up a little bit. You would think, I know it closed in a buy yesterday, gold and silver. Let's show you that. There's the gold. Gold closed in a buy yesterday. It's up firm again today. Save that. And gold ski. Let's see what it looks like on the beta. Where is gold on this baby? Did I load it in? There's choose. Upload. And we put the gold up on the screen. That's Google. We want gold, not Google. There it is. So you can see the strength in the in the gold. And you can see that the weekly, it's been in a weekly buy for 5 weeks. So they're lifting it back up again. The South African Rand is trying to move down. Let's show you the South African Rand again. Right there, trying to move down. Maybe it's going to break this uptrend. That'd be nice. What else we got going? We got a minute, and then the options will light up. So the AMD, let's put the AMD screen up too at the same time. AMD. Right there. Okay. Let's close that. Close. Yes to all. And then there's your AMD trading at 150.72. And let's see what happens here. And what do we got? We got 8 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And they're off. They opened them up at 475 with a low of 425. So there's your playing with the straddle thing, you know. All right, traders, this is Doc from North America saying happy trail. I did it as a rap yesterday. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, all our Dukascopy friends. Later, traders. This is Doc, over and out. See you on Thursday. Thursday.